would play tricks and do silly things. There's a couple of songs I want you to pay attention to, or actually what he does. You'll see at one time when he goes up to one of the sweet inspirations and gets a towel, he turns around and then he pours water on them. Very few people see this because they get so caught up in watching him. It's a special song too, Are You Lonesome Tonight, that he'll sing in a few minutes. And there's a line called The Chairs in Your Parlor Seem Empty and Bare. Well, the next line really has nothing to do with the song. He spots somebody in the audience at the hotel that he played at in Vegas, and he looked at him, and the line came out. I'd like to know after the show or when I come back out, if you hear what he says. Now, the band caught it, and then, but I don't think the audience did because no one really laughed. But after, you'll see when he finishes the song, he'll look over at the girls and he'll start to laugh. You know, there are two questions that people always stop and ask me. Number one, my favorite Elvis song, and two, what is it that makes Elvis so popular today than he was carried out all these years? The first question is, or the answer, is that Elvis had over 700 songs in his catalog. The ones that he chose, obviously, and he loved to do were his favorite. And the songs mean to me something very different than it would you, in that the stories involved, the memories, what I was doing at the time that he was singing, maybe being in the studio, or maybe singing in the car. So it's hard for me to kind of pick one or two, because as you all know, it's difficult in listening. Of course, it's Elvis Presley, and almost everything he did was good as far as singing. But one of them is Trilogy, and Trilogy is kind of selfish on my part because I brought the song to him. Because it's everything he felt about the South, it's everything that he felt about his country, and it's everything he felt about his maker. And when he sings it, you can see how he feels and the emotion that he has when he sings it. Elvis had a great gift that way, and that he picked out songs that he really loved. And when I asked him one day, why do you sing so many ballads? You know, you seem to choose them a lot. And he said, because it's emotions that we all feel. Everyone has fears, losses. Everyone feels sad sometimes. And I feel that I can connect with people, because that's what we all have, is emotion. When you hear his songs, it's very true. I picked out 3 songs tonight that have little stories to them. One of them is Don't. And the reason is because if you realize that he was only 21 years old when he sang that song. And I listened to it over and over and over again, and I went, my God, how in the world, at 21 years old, at the very young time in his life, did he sing this song? It sounds like he's talking to someone that his heart is saying in a yearning way, don't. I don't know if anyone else could sing the song like him. I think they would do it entirely different. The second song is It's Now or Never. Now, that was Elvis's favorite song, truly. He loved challenges, and he loved the words in doom, but he loved the pitch. He was trying so hard to sing that ending. And in Germany, when I lived here, he would practice every single night his voice. He had matured. Of course, he matured a lot because he lost his mother before he went into the army, which was a huge loss for him. I don't think he ever really got over the loss of her. And secondly, he didn't know if he would have fans waiting for him. He didn't know if maybe they had gone on to other singers at the time. So he thought, I can't sing the same way. I have to somehow reach and come out with more challenges, and his voice would definitely do that and take on any song. And I think It's Now or Never probably has all the characteristics in that song of probably being one of the greatest voices of the rock era. And the last song is I Can't Help Falling in Love with You. And that's the song thing after every show. And it was to you as an audience, how he felt about you, the fact that you all supported him and are still supporting him today. And it's touching when I look out in the audience and I see this, and this is probably our eighth show. And the audiences have been unbelievable. And I look up and I want to say, my God, they are still here for you tonight. So thank you so much. So, just listen. This is segment. It's 3 songs. Thank you so much. I'll be back.